Unfortunately, no matter how independent I am, at the end of the day, I just want a man to hold me and tell me everything's gonna be okay.
Can we talk about the man that lost everything at some point? He was at the lowest point he ever imagined was possible for himself. Well, guess what? No one was there saving him. No one was there paying his bills. And what did he do? I don't know. He figured it out. That man is a man that you never want to mess with because he can love you and never speak to you again.
My biggest problem with men is that I want one that has a good job, has a good social life, works out every day, good routine, good morals, all the things. But those men don't have time for me, and I want them to have, like, unlimited time for me.
I'm asking you serious grown-ass questions. You work at the post office. All right. We talking about getting a real estate license. You're talking about being retired by 40, and I'm asking you simply how much money you need. You say, I don't know.
All right. To retire, hopefully, $700,000.
What? You plan on 58 years old? God damn. But you know that the average retiree is going to need about $1.9 million to live on between 65 and 85. How you plan on doing it on $700,000 for 40 years? Man, whoever dating this chick, man, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's not cool that y'all come on here thinking it's just a game. She belongs to the streets.
I'm not thinking it's a game. I want you to tell me. You obviously just told me, so.
Man, you working at the post office talking about you got people paying your bills. You're gonna get a real estate license and make so much money in a few years that you can retire on the beach.
Okay, so this post is really for the men, right? Like, I've seen a lot of women say that, like, they feel like they don't really get approached as much. I've even heard that, like, the approach rate has gone down like 1/3 of what it used to be. So I want to see, like, what are, like, real reasons men feel like they do not approach women this day and age, just out and about.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
All jokes aside, which one of you want me? All jokes aside, which one of you want me?
Do you have a car?
I do. How old are you guys?
How old are you?
Nah, I asked first. We can't do that. I asked first. If none of you want me, I'll get the out of here. But if one of you guys want me, I'll...
Well, like us. How old are you? Wait, no,
No, I can't come back. You just said I'm too old for you.
No, I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, what's your name? Wait, how old are you? How old are you?
Well, like
over, under 18. Oh, all of you?
Yeah, how old are you?
16, bro. 16.
What's something women don't admit, but absolutely all do?
Just wait for it.
Probably hate men.
Well, that's one of the most incorrect assumptions I've ever heard, because contrary to what a lot of you see on social media, most women, in fact, do not hate men. Unfortunately, since misandry has become so normalized by the loud minority, a lot of women are under the false assumption that a lot of other women think the same as them. But that's unfortunately because they hang out and associate only with other women that think in the same way that they do.
Come on, girls. It's okay. If you could pick who you'd be attracted to, all women would be lesbians.
Yeah, no, that's completely inaccurate. Because contrary to what some of these women would like to have you believe, there are quite a few of us women that actually, for multiple reasons, do enjoy the company of men. And I'm sure that I'm going to get called multiple names for saying that. But all I can say to that is whoop-de-doo. If I'm going to get called names for saying things that some individuals don't like, then so be it.
Do men even date single moms anymore, or should I just give up? I feel like the second somebody finds out I had a kid, they just ghost me.
I've dated a single mom before. That, like, hitting 30 mark for women with a single kid, it's almost like every dude who didn't have, not that you didn't have options, but those are, like, really easy to kind of snag one of those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think long term, though, for young guys, because a lot of people get it twisted with the single mom stuff. Like, you're 45, just get ready to have some stepkids. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part. You know, like, the rules are out the window. But as a young dude, I think the more you make it acceptable, the more it's just happened. Remember the why the chicken crossed the road, all their friends were doing it. It's a stupid metaphor, but it's true.
Touch your husband because it is quite literally the medicine to his life. And no, not just when you are in the mood and not when you want something. Just reach for him. Put your hand on the back of his neck when he is driving. Slide your arm around him in the kitchen. Sit close enough on the couch that your legs touch. To you, it might feel small, but to a man, those moments matter so much more than most wives realize. Because most men go through their entire day being needed by everyone. Their job, their responsibilities, their families. They carry pressure they rarely talk about. And very few people in their life ever just reach for them to remind them that they are loved. But when his wife does, when the woman he works so hard for simply leans into him, something in him softens. For a second, he can breathe. Your touch reminds him he is not just a provider. He's not just the strong one. He's the man you still want. So tonight, instead of sitting on opposite ends of the couch, scrolling through your phone, scoot a little closer and touch your husband.
I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being independent. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to be weak. I want to melt into the arms of my loved ones. I want to make my emotion everyone else's problem. And I don't want to feel guilty about it. I want to ask for help all the time without thinking twice about it. I want to be taken care of. I don't want to come to anyone's rescue anymore. I think I've done my time. And I know it sounds a little bit like I'm being a martyr right now, but I think I'm just someone who learned hyper-independence as a defense mechanism, and it's exhausting. That's all.
The type of man that you actually want is not just looking for beauty or chemistry. He is paying attention to how you handle yourself. Because in the same way that you want him to open up, he's watching to see if you can own your own reactions. In the same way you want emotional depth from him, he's craving peace from you. Not perfection, just a woman that is aware, who can pause, who doesn't let every single emotion turn into something he has to carry. You want a man that can lead, right? Well, then he needs to feel that he can lead without being challenged every single time he tries to step up. You want him to hold space for you, but he's hoping you won't turn your emotions into something he has to fix or absorb. Now, don't get me wrong. A good man is not scared of your feelings. He just gets worn down when everything turns into tension and nothing turns into growth. This is not about men versus women. It's about two people showing up with intention, taking responsibility, and actually playing their role well. And a lot of women don't have a man problem. They have a pattern. They haven't taken ownership yet.
And you know about these modern women, you know, they're thinking that they can continue on in this vein forever. But modern women don't realize that they're aging out. These clubs don't feel the same. You hear a lot of these modern women that go to the club and they say things like, "Oh man, I'm the old one in the club," and it seems like all of these even though he's an older man, like he's the same age, he's going for a younger woman. They're getting the attention that I used to, right? And you're kind of looking around, it's like, wait, what happened? That's what happened. Instead of settling down, you're still out here trying to play the game when you should have been laying in somebody's arms watching reruns of The Office and eating popcorn on a Friday night. But you're still out there trying to find somebody because you messed around and you played around thinking that you had all the time in the world.
Why I will no longer be entertaining the male human species.
You get a whole book.
Never keeping promises. 2, never meaning what they say. 3, only being nice to people because they want something. 4, only being nice to women they find attractive. 5, not taking no for an answer. 6, bringing up immediately. 7, pressuring for on the first date. 8, lack of effort. 9, asking me to come over as the first date. 10, poor hygiene. 11, lack of emotional intelligence. 12, lack of financial intelligence. 13, extremely self-centered. 14, extremely misogynistic. 15, going weeks on end with no contact.
Majority of the things that she's talking about, women do them too. They do them more
if I'm being honest. They treat men like garbage. They don't want to talk to guys they don't find attractive. They only want them for their money. They ignore them all the time. Like all these things. They don't have emotional intelligence. Like what the? You're naming stuff that women do all the times too. So men should also not deal with the female species. Plus, why are you on here telling us that? Let alone write a whole page of why you don't want to deal with them. If you don't like them, then just don't deal with them. You don't need to tell us why you're not dealing with them because we don't give a fuck. And as I said before, women are the same way. So there's no reason for you to be on here telling us about how terrible men are when y'all yourselves are terrible.
You asked me out, I said no, and then you moved on to my friend. Does that make sense?
Very much so. You don't like me not being your friend, though.
Yeah, it just gives like...
Why are you gatekeeping your friend?
Kind of anything.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird to me.
So you want my friend? Like, I don't get that. Like, there's other girls.
I wanted you, but you said no, but your friend fine too.
So if homegirl like you and you don't like her, and then you cool with that? Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, knock it down. Shit, I don't want her.
Why am I asking that?
Why you mad? Why you mad? Because you don't want me.
I don't really want to date somebody that thought my friend was attractive too. It's like
stop hanging out with fine friends.
Y'all
like, girls be like, oh, all my fine. All my friends look good. Don't get mad when I think when your friends look good.
But if it was the same thing, girl on a date with a guy didn't work out, and then she goes to your friend, she's already got a label attached to her, or no?
Well, I know in general you are correct.
Thank you.
But for me, I don't get it.
You said, I think you need to ask why you're so mad about it. What does it matter to you what someone else is doing? Why do you care so much? I honestly don't care what people are doing. If you want to be promiscuous, you want to have unwanted pregnancies with men you don't know, go for it. But don't get online and preach how low the bar is when women are the ones setting the bar that low in the first place. You have to realize that if it wasn't so low in the first place, then men wouldn't be able to get there. The same way that women are online being promiscuous and posting certain pictures, well, if there weren't simps of the world that are gonna subscribe to OnlyFans, it wouldn't exist in the first place. Additionally, I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I couldn't care less. What I care about, though, is the next generation of women and why, as women, we're not asking ourselves why we're not doing better. In fact, we've set ourselves backwards quite a bit. We have no values, we have no morals, we cheat, we lie, we steal, we use men for dates, money, and all of these things. It's not like when I was growing up and women were working, providing for the family, being able to support a family and being happy about it without any complaints because the men were providers and we were working as a team. We have lost our way as a society because nobody views each other as valuable. Everybody's out here just using everybody. When really men and women complement each other, what one can do, the other one can't do, or, it's like a yin-yang symbol. And we're supposed to come together. So yeah, that's why I care. I care about the next generation of women and men, because if we continue to keep going down this path and not doing some real self-reflection, it's going to get much worse. Okay, bye.
Okay, not being a horse, but we are in a sassy man apocalypse. I just came from getting a burrito, and me and this guy were at the register at the exact same time. And I go to pay, and the lady's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't take credit card. So I'm fumbling through my wallet to pay with cash. And so I have the money sprawled out on the counter, and the guy next to me, who is objectively handsome, he appears to be maybe in his mid-30s, and he goes, oh, so you're gonna pay for my food with all that cash? I look at him, and I don't say anything. So then my food gets ready, and I go to my car. And his food gets ready at the exact same time, so I'm walking to my car. This man has the audacity to follow me to my car and be like, oh, so can I get your number? What impression did you think you made on me? Your first impression to me was you asking me for money. How, in what world is that flirtatious or attractive? And I don't think that's an in. Maybe for some women, like, that's attractive. He probably is relying on his looks to get away with that being flirtatious, but not only was it not flirtatious to me, it turned me off. Like, your first impression is asking a woman for money. And what world is that attractive? And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't give out my number to strangers. Can I get your Instagram? I don't give out my Instagram to strangers. And then we're just having this back and forth and I leave. But I'm like, does that actually work?
Men been trying to tell him, but they don't seem to really understand it until it's too late. The wall hits, and it seems like it coming on all of a sudden, but it don't really come on all that fast. It's really a gradual change that modern women don't really accept. They don't, until like them likes hit the wall, them DMs hit the wall, them options hit the wall. And then now you're realizing maybe I should have took the good man seriously 5 years ago. Yeah, we know. 5 years ago, you thought you had forever. 5 years ago, you thought you was going to continue doing the same thing for 5, 10, 15 years. I'll be doing this when I'm 50. Why? Why would you think that? Why would you want to be doing that? Never slow down, never settle down. You got people out here pumping you up to do the wrong thing, and they went on and stopped it and got married. And now you're out here by yourself, looking silly. Stop making silly decisions. Go ahead and find somebody.
All right, I need y'all to settle an argument for me before I get a divorce. So I'm making some chicken tenders on the grill, right? It's me, my wife, her daughter, my daughter. They don't like barbecue sauce. She's furious. She's pissed off at me right now because there's something to do with the way this chicken looks. Can somebody tell me? She's like, so this is the one you made for you and your daughter, and this is the one you made for me and my daughter. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I put barbecue sauce on this one because you guys said you don't like barbecue sauce. See, this is like the last couple pieces that'll go there to make the piles just as big. But she's like, you don't see anything wrong with this. And I'm like, what should I see wrong with it? I see 2 piles of chicken. Mine and my daughters have barbecue sauce because we like that, and yours don't because you got it. What did I do wrong? Okay, real quick, now that the rest of the tenders are off, their pile actually looks bigger, in my opinion, which I don't know. She won't tell me what is wrong. She just keeps saying, you can't tell me what's wrong with this. You can't look at this and tell me what's wrong with this. This is one you made for us, and that's one you made for you. Like, what did I do wrong?
Oh, this poor man is so frustrated. I think what's going on is that her and her daughter's chicken doesn't look as good as yours and your daughter's chicken. The big debate that's going on in the comments is who is in the wrong. In my opinion, it would have been nice for him to take that extra step and marinate that chicken in a different flavor or season it differently instead of just leaving it plain. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it should have been expected of him. She's in the wrong for getting upset over her expectation, and definitely in the wrong for then stonewalling him because she won't actually say the words to tell him what is wrong. But then he's in the wrong for putting this on social media. They're both in the wrong. They just need to say sorry and remember that they don't need to get a divorce over chicken tenders.
Stop saying that the beauty standard for women is just being more like children. I keep seeing this. I think people are getting inspired by the Epstein files or something, but it's a stupid take. One, people are saying, oh, it's because women like being small and petite is a beauty standard. 2, women being completely hairless is like childish and it's a beauty standard. And 3, the clothes that women wear are like tiny and childish, and that's one of the beauty standards. And those are all 3 things that are like children. So why are men wanting their women to look like children? Let's break this down. First off, that women being small and petite is childlike, and that it's something that men want because it's childlike. Okay, let's talk about that. So the average woman in the world is 5'2". The average woman in America is 5'4". Most guys are not into women who are shorter than that. I mean, yes, they have wives and girlfriends, but it's mostly based on personality. And generally, guys, if they have a choice, would prefer someone who's taller than 5'2", unless they themselves are very short. And that comes down to reasoning. Men like to feel strong and big. So of course, a man is going to want a woman who's smaller than he is. And petite, men want fit women. Okay? Just like we want fit men. To add to that, the body type that's the beauty standard in America is the opposite body type to a kid. They want big boobs, small waist, and a big butt, okay? That's the opposite of a kid. Kids have flat chests, tiny little butts, and big bellies. It's adorable, but it's not the beauty standard. I will admit, on the hairless one, I have always agreed that wanting women to be clean shaven everywhere is a little weird. So yes, I'll give that one to you. Lastly, that women wear children's clothes, that's not true at all. The beauty standard is actually more like revealing clothes and elegant clothes rather than children's clothes. Children's clothes would be like a tutu and rain boots. That's not the beauty standard at all, and if you wore that in public, people would think you were weird. So no, the beauty standard for America is not based in...
You've been divorced 18 months. How long you been engaged?
A week.
What? Where did he propose?
He proposed at
Think of it now.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Hello?
I'm here.
You proposed at a restaurant.
Uh-huh. What restaurant?
It was Papado's.
Papado. What city?
Dallas, Texas.
Which location?
In Highland Park.
Oaklawn. What day?
Last Saturday.
Where are you guys sitting?
Like specific location?
Yep.
In the restaurant?
Yep.
Towards the middle, like central.
Uh-huh. And how did he propose to you?
He just asked me and I said yes.
He just asked you in the middle of a restaurant on a Saturday?
Yes.
Tell us the story of this engagement at Papado Oaklawn, a location I know very well. Tell me how he proposed, if he proposed to you in the middle of the restaurant. What'd you eat?
So, I was having a nice meal.
Did you have what? What'd you eat?
I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Ma'am, you have a great story to tell. I just want the details. What'd you eat? Why are you being so evasive about seafood?
This don't kill my vibe. This don't kill my vibe.
You got the right one today. I know Papado Oaklawn very well. I used to live in Dallas. I know how the restaurant's laid up. I work for the Pappas Corporation. I know how this works. See, when a man proposes to a woman at a restaurant, he typically lets the general manager or the manager on duty know that he's going to propose, so the restaurant can help him coordinate this. They tend to bring out a special dessert if they have the ring, if not. See, this chick just tried to make it seem like, yeah, we went to Papado and then over the course of the meal, I went to the bathroom, he came back and proposed. You were lying bash.
Man. You just continue to try to tell some of these women something and they don't freaking listen, man. Try to tell them. You really do. Once again, I know, oh man, you about to hit the wall. I get it. But some of these guys are really trying to tell you, if you keep on treating men like this, men are not gonna come out. And modern women keep on laughing, oh, men are not lonely enough. He said, if you keep on raising the bar while bringing less, men gonna opt out. Laughed again. Said, men don't like a lot of drama. They don't like a lot of chaos. They like peace. Once again, laughing. Men choose to be alone. Ha ha ha, you can never be alone. Okay. All right. And now that the man's not approaching you, sitting up in the club, take it. Wait a minute, you see the man back there, they don't approach me. Told you. You act like you couldn't hear. Oh man, you see those men over there looking at the TV? It was a clip of a bunch of men had a clip or had a phone set up somewhere and they were all watching. I think that maybe it was a game or something like that. How can they be watching the game and you got all these women that want to talk to you? Like I said, I told you you was gonna act a fool until nobody wanted to talk to you.
Men don't like to be friends to women. In my experience dating, I've come across 3 different kinds of men. There are men who seem like decent men, but there's really no reason for us to ever talk again. We really have nothing for each other. And then there are men who I find actually very interesting, but nothing romantic. Believe it or not, there are men who hold your pearls. There are men who are actually really intelligent and funny and a lot of fun to hang out with, and I really just want to enjoy their company a little bit once in a while. So these men, I'll turn them down gently and say, you know what, I'm not really feeling a romantic connection here necessarily, but I really like you as a person. Why don't I give you my number anyway and we'll hang out sometime? And they almost always go for it, but they never contact me. And if I reach out to them, hey, you want to do lunch? No, crickets. And then sometimes I get men that I am very attracted to, and I would not mind being a little bit more than friends, but they're not in that space with me. Either they're not attracted to me or usually they're just not ready for a conscious relationship, if you know what I mean. Now, I am not the type to hang around in the friend zone and wait for somebody to fall in love with me. That's not who I am. Because I'm a grown-up and I can handle myself when I have feelings for somebody that doesn't reciprocate. In fact, one of my longest friends, it's been like 5 years now, I think, we've been there. I've had feelings and they've come and gone, and I'll let those feelings go because I value this man's friendship and I really don't want to lose that. but he's one of very few men that actually wants to be in my company. One of my friends is very autistic. He's a little bit on a different end of the spectrum from me, and which is part of the reason I can't have a relationship with him. But he told me flat out that he thinks I'm sexy, and that's the version of me that he likes. Men want sexy Nat, but they don't want goofy Nat. Goofy Nat is friends only, and they don't want to be my friend. The thing is, sexy Nat comes with goofy Nat. So if you don't want goofy Nat, you don't get sexy Nat. That's right. You tell him. Once more for the record, I don't sleep with men who are not my friends.
How many times did you punch me in the face? Huh? What did I do to you? Okay, that's awesome. Like.
You think this is a setup to try to film you?
I gotta do it for my own protection. It's embarrassing. Oh, you want to smile. You have a twisted sense of reality. You think it's okay. Like you can just say sorry tomorrow and ask me questions about the same breakup.
No, I think you should say sorry.
Okay.
You stuck up for your ex.
Oh, I told you I was going to be ruthless. Told you. Probably 20 minutes ago.
You stuck up for Chrissy and told me you wanted to break up and choked me.
Oh, did I? How did I choke you? Show me.
You went like that.
I choked you, you said.
You went like that.
What do you mean?
On my neck, you touched me.
Oh. You punched me in the face.
Yesterday,
So.
you pushed me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're not a real rock.
No, because this is like an absolute horror movie. Like, my heart was racing the whole time. First of all, why is she standing there so quiet? Second of all, bitch, what the do you have behind your back? Like, when he sat down and just watched and waited for the door to open, my heart was literally pounding. For all the women that think that women can't be perpetrators of I would encourage you to take like one day to watch body cam footage or interrogation footage on YouTube. There's tons of great channels like EWU, Red Tree Crime, Dr. Insanity. Go look at all the cases they cover of women who have their partners. I listened to one yesterday where the husband is calling the police because the wife locked him in the garage, and as he's on the phone, you can hear her opening the garage door and just start shooting him. And then when she got to the interrogation room, she was like, he was coming towards me, threatening to me. And he was like, ma'am, we got it all on 911. That's not what happened. But had 911 not been on the phone, she probably could have gotten away with that. Why? Because society seems to think that men are the perpetrators and women just can't do that much harm. Well, let me tell you something. That woman was terrifying, and what she had behind her back, I have no idea. Was it a gun? Was it her feces? Who knows? Men aren't safe out here, not just because of the of women, but because of women exist, and everybody will still blame the man, like what's happening in those comments. Thank you.
So, are you single or in a relationship?
I'm not gonna answer that one.
Yeah, are you single or in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship.
With her?
No, we're not.
What?
That's what she said. Yeah, you know how it is. Like, you always see these, like, sad... You always feel bad for them. Chicks. I always feel bad for those guys. It looks like I was one. I needed you more than you ever knew.
Bro broke my heart with his words. Happy for you, man. You deserve better, more than you've heard. Drunkest realistic dude ever seen on camera, and a villain was made no glamour. I needed you more than you ever knew. You can feel it through his heart and voice, too true. That guy deserves better than that thing. Avoid girls who disrespect you in public. No ring. She's not your girl, it's just your turn. She's looking for a better offer to come along. Let her learn. Let her learn. Bro is high but sober enough to know who belongs to the streets. Lost a relationship, gained a bro, clean sweep. Probably the most incredible drunk response I've ever seen. Sobered up real quick between who was cutting onions here. Why she finding it hard to say though unclear. That was deep. Only realized his worth in 20 seconds. No sleep. You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. She belongs to the streets, no denying it.
Like, I'm about to show y'all how weird it is. I'm about to just show y'all how weird it is, bro.
This should be interesting.
I had to tell you how cool you are, Jeremy. That's all I'm about to be, you know, Jeremy. I just want to tell you how beautiful you are, that's all.
Thank you. Like, he really turned around just to say that.
You just lost me. What'd he do? What'd he do wrong?
Like, that's how weird it is. Like, I ain't even gonna say that's a grown man. Like,
Grown that man. Speaking. Complimenting. That's weird. Weird.
and people wonder why I don't walk outside with a two-piece. Like,
you got a nice shape. But I could have did without that two-piece. I'm good.
I don't know, like, I'm not even young. Like, I might look young, but I'm not even young. And I still don't feel comfortable walking around with a two-piece because men like him.
Now we gotta put this in proper context. This lady may be 25 and saying she ain't young. Why? Because you're from New Orleans. In New Orleans, you'd be lucky to make it over 21. But I didn't know there was a requirement for you to wear a two-piece. So ladies and gentlemen, we're at the point in life that men cannot say anything. I have recently come in contact with a 21-year-old that I talk to every day. And she asked me something such as this not too long ago, just about how men talk to women and how weird guys are. And she said it's just so bad nowadays. It's horrible how men treat women nowadays, how men approach women nowadays. And I asked her, this 21-year-old, that she's a dear buddy of mine now, don't get me wrong, but I asked her, have you heard of the Me Too movement? She said, no, I haven't heard of it. The Me Too movement, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that long ago, but there are Gen Zs that have zero clue of what this is. Now, I told her, look, you think it's bad now. You should have seen how men were pre-Me Too movement. We are docile now. Men are primarily not talking to women. Women are actually online every day on this app saying that they are tired of men not coming up to them. So which one is it, ladies? Which one is it? My message is not to the ladies. It's to the men. Brothers, recognize this, understand this, comprehend this. You can never please a woman. It's not either or, it's whatever you choose to do, she complain about the other. Generations have been saying forever, happy wife, happy life. I don't believe in it. I believe it's all about chasing fulfillment. You know there's going to be days you're not happy. You know there's going to be days that you're not feeling each other. If you want my true opinion, I'll say this. The chase is over, fellas. I understand finding women. He who find a wife find a good thing. I understand the pursuit of a woman sometimes is enticing for both parties. I'm not ever saying don't go after a woman or don't seek women. I'm saying the chase. If you find a woman that's running, rather figuratively or literally running away from you, let her run. Let her go. There's more options than her. Ward Jones Jr. said it best. Don't date the girl you like, date the girl that like you. Because she will treat you better. A woman like this, how you think she would treat that man? If she actually would give him her number, they actually pursue and go on a date and actually become a couple, how you think she's going to treat this man throughout their relationship? Let's be real. Get the girl that like you, not the one you like. Take care, guys.
You know, modern women continue to prove themselves insufferable in society, insufferable in dating. You're not a help. You're a hindrance. Continue to hear modern women say, oh, you know, the Bible says that he who finds a wife, and they think they're saying something, but they're actually not saying anything, to be honest. Most of you ladies are not wives. You're women. You're a woman. You're not a wife. Those are two very different things. And it just speaks to how modern women can get in relationships and get things twisted and confused. because you're walking into a relationship. Some of these women walking into relationships thinking that everything is going to be easy. Oh, you're supposed to make my life easier as a man. Who said that? Who said that? Who? Why do you think that? I mean, yeah, the man's not supposed to just make your life difficult, just talk to you sideways and all that other crazy stuff. But the idea that the man is just working and working just to get nothing in return, there's got to be some sort of harvest. He's got to be able to collect. If he's investing his time, his resources, and energy, he's going to, at some point in time, come to collect. We're not talking about or you doing something or whatever, intimacy or whatever and whatnot. As a partner, he's going to come collect on his investment in a companion, on his investment in a partner. He's going to come collect.